Hello there and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the lookalike audience. The lookalike audience is one of the most powerful features you can use to make Facebook ads campaigns skyrocket. In this lecture, we will learn everything you need to know about it. So take your pen and pencil and get ready. Imagine that you have found a winner product and you have made more than 200 sales, and your best audience is composed of 250,000 persons. After a certain extent, if you keep advertising for the same audience, this audience will be exhausted. The same persons have seen your product so many times that your product became boring for them. Your CTR will go down and your CPM will go high. So you find yourself forced into finding another audience to market your product to. And one of the best solutions to this problem is to use the lookalike audiences, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go back to our example. Your product already made 200 sales, and Facebook knows a lot of data about your buyers. He knows their sex, their age, the pages they like, the type of ads they click on, the words they use when they are chatting, and a lot more data. When you use the lookalike audience, Facebook will search in his directory of data for people who are similar to the ones who bought from you. People who are similar to the people who bought from you are most likely the people that will buy from you. I have done this for a lot of my winner products, and I'm going to give you an example. I was selling a product with a $24 margin. My cost per purchase was around $11. When I used the lookalike audiences, my cost per purchase dropped to $4.2, which is awesome. I only recommend you to use the lookalike audience on your customers only if you had made more than 100 sales or more than 100 leads. If you have less than 100 sales or leads, the data will not be that accurate and Facebook will not be able to create the lookalike audience that can highly convert. And if you don't have these 100 sales, don't panic. You can still create a lookalike audience using people who added your product to cart. But of course, you still need to have at least 100 add to cart. You can also create a lookalike audience out of people who interacted with your ad, or out of people who watched more than 75% of your video. And there are plenty of possibilities, but of course, the most powerful lookalike audience is the one you get from people who already bought from you, because this will make Facebook search for people similar to the ones who bought from you. Let me give you a small example. If I create a lookalike audience out of people who interacted with my ad, Facebook will then search for people similar to the ones who interacted with my ad. And this will increase the interaction on my post, but not necessarily the sales. Let me show you now how to create a lookalike audience out of people who bought from your Shopify store. When you want to create a lookalike audience, you have to click on Asset Library, All Tools, then Audience. Then you click on Create Audience, Lookalike Audience. You have to choose the source, which is the audience that you want Facebook to search for people similar to, the country and the audience size. So for the country, it's easy. You have to choose the country you are targeting. So if you are targeting the UK, you choose United Kingdom, for example. Now let's talk about the audience size. Let's consider that in the UK there is 40 million. from customers. Here you have two options. Either you copy and paste your data in here, or you import this data by a CVC or a text file. You can download a file template from here to know how you should be giving your data to Facebook. You click in here and you can see that the information will be given in an Excel sheet. You put your customers' information in here, the email, the phone number, the first name, the second name, the last name, the zip, the country, everything. If you want to know more about these details, you just have to go to Facebook Help, and it gives you explanation about each of these columns. If some of these information are not available to you, just leave them blank. So after entering your customer's information in here, you have to save the file and you import this file here on Facebook, and you will be creating an audience out of people who already bought from you or out of people who already given you their emails. After creating this audience, now you go and you create a lookalike audience out of this audience. In here I will import my file of customers, and I will click on next. And this is the list of my customers. I will click on create, upload and create. And here I have created my test audience. So now after creating my audience, now I want to create a lookalike audience out of this audience. So I go in here and I click on lookalike audience. I choose my audience from here and I select the location. Let's say USA. Let's say this location, for example. Here I choose my audience size and I click on create audience. So this is how you create a lookalike audience out of your customers list. I hope you enjoyed this lecture and thank you for watching.